All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
That was pretty good.
I have no idea where that went.
Right down the middle. All right, guys. Thanks for meeting me again this morning. I had a little technical difficulties with my first video, so we'll kind of recap and maybe even do a few things like we did the first video, but I'm not going to make you guys redo everything and be my guinea pigs. Like, I want you guys to learn something from this. So, but like I said earlier, I know Justice wasn't here, but can you guys just give me like a demonstration on grip, like how grip, posture, alignment, PGA?
Your backhand's kind of goes straight down. Your thumbs should align straight down, right?
Yeah.
And then I interlock my fingers. And then
Yeah, good. And then ideally that's pretty good. And how you have this top hand, how it's not right down the shaft like putting, but it's just off to the side. That's pretty good right there. That's not bad at all. Someone explain like posture and alignment. Do we like how do we want our spine?
So you want like a pretty straight spine,
Uh-huh.
but you want to be bent over, so
Yeah.
bend to the knees.
Yeah, you want to be
And
sticking
you
your
wanna
butt out.
bend from the hips.
Yep.
And then with the alignment, you bigger the club, further forward it's gonna be in your stance.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, all the way back to your wedges being the back half of your swing.
Uh-huh. That's pretty good. And then with our feet, you know, we want railroad tracks, right?
Yeah.
So if my club is facing out this way, we don't want to be like this or this. We want to just be nice and square, right? Okay, how about like body rotation? Do we, like, when we swing, do we rock back, or do we?
keep it around your center, like your spine.
Uh-huh, good. Yeah, your spine, perfect.
Hip movement.
Yeah, that's good. And
Kind of like
yeah, so your spine or center line, it's all pretty much the same thing. And so justice for that, that's all we do. We don't want to be rocking back or rocking forward. We don't want to be standing up when we swing. We just want to keep our nice center line. And I have a drill I might have you do with that. But yeah, that's pretty much, for a majority, that's what we all worked on together. And then we did some individual stuff. Like I know Vaughn, we're working on our club path, stuff like that, and we'll be working on a little more of that today. Seth, we were working a lot with the grip, trying to get that comfortable for you, and then I'll see what we'll work on with you in a few minutes. But basically, all we're doing today, you guys can hit whatever irons you want, whatever is giving you trouble. And we'll just stick to irons right now. We'll hit drivers and woods if you guys want a little later. But basically what I really want you to focus on is getting a pre-shot routine and doing that over and over. I know it's a little boring, especially on a range where you just want to whack balls, but I mean it only takes 10 seconds every swing, and then it just kind of slows you down and make you think. So what I kind of mean by a pre-shot routine, I showed you guys this in the first lesson, but I'll show Joe. So yourself for being on the course. So, you know, if I'm aiming at that tree, instead of not doing anything, just rolling the ball up and whacking it, I'm going to step back. This is just my pre-shot routine. My target, I take 2 practice swings. Generally my first one will just be a nice 3/4 swing like we worked on last time, just to keep the control, and then I go back to the top and get my full swing. Look at my target and line, and I address the ball. And maybe once you're addressing the ball, it's kind of nice to still have like a little routine, like swing. It's really what's ever comfortable. So you guys can kind of mess around with and figure out what you want to do as your pre-shot routine. Some people is I mean, it's super intense. Like Jason Day is probably one of the more intense like pre-shot routines I've ever seen, where like when he's driving the ball, he has a precise way he tees up the ball, like no one else can do it for him. And so he really focuses on getting that tee in the same spot every single time. And then he just stares it down like this. And everything is just gone other than that shot. And I'm not expecting you to do that. And my pre-shot routine is very, pretty basic. It's nice and quick, but that's kind of how I like to play. So just figure out how you guys want, or how it kind of fits into your game that way. So just do that. And then once again, when you're going through your irons, and you're hitting shots, see how far your pitching wedge goes, and then see how far your 9-iron is going past that, and kind of start figuring out a way to record your distance that way, because that'll only help you in the game as well. So those are really my group suggestions, and then I'll be coming around and helping you guys. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, so go ahead, just hit irons, whatever iron you want, and I'll be around helping you guys.